Alright, alright. We begin. Alright. I will take some damage here. Hopefully we get something good here. Solar Strike, nice. Nuts. Didn't want to take that damage. We're gonna skip. Let's go to the shop. Stick a card out. Oh, we can't take greed out? Oh, I'll take this out. Alright, so we got some good options here. So we could get Knockout Blow, or we could get Devastate. I think I like Devastate better. We're also going to get Child of the Stars.
Whoa!
And we're going to get a Lantern. Beautiful. That makes us a lot stronger. When does greed go away? Never? Not quite enough. So we can get 2 defense here, we can gain more. Now if we see that again, we can use it. Oh, it's almost dead. Nice. Cloak of the Stars. Damn, I plugged that wrong bit. Taking a lot of damage here. Uh-oh. Okay, we barely got through that, but we got through it. We don't even have enough to really do much here. Do we have photon cut? Photon cut is a good card. We'll take photon cut. This isn't a good start. Oh no. Not good, not good. Oh, I should use vigor. What was I doing? What was I doing? I screwed up. 9 damage, not too bad. Okay. Coming out of this one, okay. Ooh, that helps. Almost killed him with that, nice. Trouble here. We did. Damn. Okay, gotta play that better. Did not play that smart. Don't take greed this time. What is a card reward? Oh, I can just add a card to my deck? So I get Gather Light. I mean, that's not bad. Something I like. It's a good card. Alright, so what do we do here? Oh, this pathing looks crazy. Let's go this way. Defend, defend. Gather Light. Defend. Strike. Strike, strike. Three defense. Falling Star. Gather Light. Defend. Oh, I should use strike here. I'm dead. I'll just kill him right here, it doesn't matter. Okay. I have Photon Cut? No, I only have Gather Light, that's right. I'll take Photon Cut. I will remove a card from my deck. I'll remove one of the bad strikes. Alright, let's see what's here first. Do we want to just go for knockout blow? Nah, we're gonna remove.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's it. That's all we're gonna do. That's all we can do. that's pretty good. Never seen that before. Ooh. I'm gonna get Big Bang. Ooh, that's tough. $36, oh my god. Why is this thing so strong? We gotta hope here. We're dead. We're dead. I can't kill this son of a bitch. I think we got him. Man, that guy was strong. That seems really good, but... at least one of them was good. But I could just be dead here. Okay. 9. He's got 19. Got him. I will die if I do this. I'll probably die either way. Oh no, wasn't enough. Don't want any of those. Oh yeah, Comet. That's gonna be our main attack. Oh man. Alright, Fishman. Ah, shoot. I didn't want to do that. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna use cloak. Know that in place. Found we're gonna use that. We're not gonna use that. Gather light, probably bomb it, hit him. Still have, so we can just go attack here. That doesn't matter. I'll gain that. Put that next round, and we'll use that. So we're gonna have 10 block next round? Yep. Unfortunately, this isn't gonna do us any good. So we can apply some weak, hit him with that. Throw up defense. Now we should need to hit him a little bit more here, and we're good. Strike. Got him. Damn, I didn't even... I could have upgraded my card. Didn't even need to heal. Ooh, that's crazy. I'll take another bang bang, why not? Double bang bangs? They're nothing but good. What? Okay. Yeah, I'll take the wisp. I don't know what ethereal means. Can we summon Asti? We don't have Asti. I don't like these cards. I take everything back. Okay, we got some good cards there. I don't want to have a random thing in my deck. Ah, I screwed that up. Got him anyway. Let's do an upgrade. It's our main attack, so... Can reflect. Oh my god, now I'm dead. The centipede is too much for me. I am so screwed. I'm so screwed. I die here. Oh, I'm still alive. I'm dead. I unlocked something. What did I unlock? Interesting. Slay that spire. Let's see what Asmongold's saying.
Now, I will watch the Crimson Desert video, okay? A lot of people asked me to look at this. This was, I guess it was about IGN making a review for Crimson Desert saying it was terrible. Let's watch it. This video apparently is really, really popular. I haven't seen it. We're going to look at it right now. You gave up? I did. I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Let's get a nutritious oyster.
Not even a week after publishing what is probably the most consequential bad review in recent gaming history, a review that crashed Pearl Abyss's stock 40%, that was substantially written about things patched away.
I don't think that the bad review is why their stock went down. I don't think that's the reason why.
Yep, we're going this way.
72 hours that 3 million people ignored with their own money.
Yeah.
IGN just published another Crimson Desert piece. This time, they called the developers naive designers. I want you to stay with me for a second before we go any further.
What?
Naive designers.
Is that true?
The studio that spent 8 years building one of the most technically complex, visually extraordinary, seamlessly handcrafted open worlds this medium has ever produced.
It's huge. It is.
Naive designers. Written with complete confidence by someone who has never written a line of code, never designed a single game system, never taken one creative risk in the medium they've spent their career evaluating.
Damn.
Someone whose entire professional existence, whose platform, whose audience, whose institutional power exists precisely because Pearl Abyss did the hard work, and 3 million people wanted to experience it.
Yeah, of course.
Without the studio's building and us consuming, there is no IGN. There is no platform. There is no Metacritic score. There is no institutional authority. The whole apparatus is entirely downstream of the thing it's condescending about.
He is completely right about this, by the way. He is totally 100% right about this. Is that the people that make content and constantly patronize these developers rely completely on them. It's absolutely true.
Those developers naive. So I want to ask
very
a question
obnoxious.
nobody at IGN seems to have asked before publishing this. What exactly is this confidence built on?
Uh-oh.
Because 20 years ago, sure, 20 years ago, IGN served a real and legitimate function. You couldn't watch 40 hours of gameplay on YouTube before buying. You couldn't pull up a Twitch stream of someone 200 hours deep in a game.
Exactly.
You couldn't read 10,000 Steam reviews from actual players who bought it with their own money.
See, this is the big difference, right? Is like back in the day, you needed game reviews because you didn't have any other way to access the medium. But now with YouTube and Twitch, you already have a way, like basically written video game reviews are like kind of, you know, like video killed the radio star. I think that's basically what happened with this too, where basically the medium of writing a review of a video game is just simply inferior to a YouTube video. It's just worse.
The information gap was real. The institutional access was real.
It was.
Review copies, preview events, publishing infrastructure, the ability to reach millions before anyone else could.
Yeah, that was another thing, is they had a lot of systematic advantages. Like they had access to earlier builds, they had access to developer interviews, everything like that. True.
The authority had a genuine foundation, and it earned its place in this ecosystem.
Yes.
But what is that foundation in 2026?
It doesn't
YouTube
exist.
exists. Twitch exists. Steam exists. The entire information monopoly that justified 20 years of institutional authority has been completely democratized.
Exactly.
The gap that made
And I think I like that word too, by the way, about it being democratized. Because the fact is that, like, nowadays, there's no real reason for you to give a shit about what some reviewer thinks, because there's some YouTuber that's much more popular than they are. And also, here's the truth. Video game reviewers might not like this, I'm just going to say it. Every YouTube reviewer could be a written, like, article reviewer. Every single one of them. It's easy to do that. You can literally have AI generate the articles for you. That's how easy it is. Every single writer for these different, you know, like, publications could not be a YouTube reviewer. And how do I know that for a fucking fact? Because if they could, they would. Because you can make 20 times the amount of money.
the end necessary
They
is
can't.
long gone. And here's what gets me on a personal level. Gamer to gamer. Every game referenced in this article. Cyberpunk, Elden Ring,
Yeah.
Valheim, Red Dead Redemption. I've played all of them. Thousands of hours across most of them. So have most of you. So have the 3 million people who bought Crimson Desert.
Exactly. Like, they don't know what they like.
We experienced everything he experienced. We know everything he knows. We've lived in every world he's drawing on to make his comparisons.
Probably better than he has, too.
There is no enlightenment the badge confers.
Yes.
No insight invisible to us that becomes visible to him by virtue of working at IGN. No asymmetrical information. No technical expertise. No game development experience. Gamer to gamer. He thinks he's more qualified to evaluate this game than the people who bought it, played it, and loved it.
More than that he's more qualified than anybody else. I think that one thing that these review websites should stop doing is they should stop the DEI representation of critic reviews. Why is somebody who's a critic review, why is that held separately as a separate score? All of the different views should be aggregated entirely. And if you want, like, Metacritic and these other websites should not have critic reviews in their own category.
And the 3 million copies, the very positive Steam rating,
Yeah.
and the rebounding stock price are 3
Critics are paid off.
independent
I think
data
so, yeah.
sources all saying
In
the
some
same
cases,
thing
not
at the
directly,
same
but
time.
indirectly.
That's what this video is about. Not just the bad review, we've covered that. Not just the face-saving follow-up piece they just published,
Yes.
though we're going through it in detail. It's about the specific quality of arrogance that makes both of those things possible.
That's one of the big things, is like, it's the arrogance and the assumed sense of authority that these people have. And I think that's one thing that people hate the media entirely for. It's not even just specifically about video game media. I think it's about all media, where, like, you have people that are in these positions as news reporters or as, you know, an actor or, like, you know, a comedian that think that they have the position that they can dictate to you what is right and what's not. Right? Some people study journalism and may have more credentials to be a reviewer, but that's more for movies than games. But, like, what are those credentials? What really are those? Like, so you understand Shakespeare, so you're going to understand if a movie is better? Like, how does that, there's no, like, this is a completely subjective evaluation. And I think this is one thing that people that have nothing better to do but to create credentials for themselves do, is that they sit around in a group and then they collectively decide why their opinions are more important than other people's. There's no actual objective value that's assigned to this. It's all perceived value that's created by the people that want you to perceive their value. I think it's a little bit self-serving, isn't it?
The kind that only survives when it goes unchallenged long enough to
Yeah.
stop feeling like arrogance and start feeling like authority.
Exactly.
Let's
I
go
think
through it.
I think this started with Gamergate. I think that was a big component to it, where, like, they thought that they could talk down to their audience, and I feel like ever since then it's just gotten worse. It's my opinion.
The very first sentence of this article is, "Love it or hate it, there's no denying that Crimson Desert has suffered something of a rocky launch.
True? Yeah.
Rocky launch. 2 million copies sold on day one. I played on launch day and had a blast.
Yeah.
The only thing rocky about this launch was legacy gaming media manufacturing informational chaos and calling it criticism.
I disagree with this. I think that a lot of the systems and the controls were bad. And I think the fact that they didn't have storage was bad. I think that there were a lot of things that they should have had like an idea about, and they didn't. I disagree with that. I think absolutely it was problematic at launch. That's why they fixed it, and they came out with an apology. Like, they did that because it was broken.
And I want you to notice what was in the original review and what wasn't.
Yes.
Controls, inventory management,
Yes.
boss difficulty. Every complaint was
Bosses are easy. The bosses are easy. Who the fuck's having trouble with bosses? What the fuck? Why?
about surface level friction.
Oh
The
my
kind of
God.
stuff any competent studio patches away in the first week.
Yeah,
Pearl Abyss did it in 72 hours.
they did. It was
What
great.
was never in the review? The artistic vision. The sheer technical achievement of a seamless open world at that scale and
True.
beauty.
True.
The genuinely original design philosophy. None of the things that will still matter about this game in 10 years registered. Just the surface. Just the stuff that was gone before the review was even cold. And now look at what this follow-up piece is actually doing.
It's all, like the IGN review, in a way, it seemed like they were almost trying to punish Pearl Abyss for not giving them a more stable review build. Like, if you actually looked at the review itself, like, a lot of them talking about it were just complaining about issues and friction points they had with the review build.
The thing that dominated the original review, the controls, the inventory, the
Yeah.
boss difficulty, has been patched away. So the rocky launch framework has quietly shifted to the one thing patches can't touch.
Yeah.
The story. That's what's left. That's the last redoubt. We've covered extensively in previous essays why that argument falls apart the moment you actually engage with what this game is trying to do. And we'll get into it again.
Okay, sure.
But I want you to see the sleight of hand clearly first. One patch cycle invalidated the overwhelming majority of their professional criticism.
True, actually, and I think more people should talk about that. Like, for me, for example, like, at the beginning, I thought the game was pretty shitty because of the controls and the way that you moved around, and then they made a patch that made the game less shitty. I know, sounds crazy, but they just made it better. And guess what? It worked! It worked really well!
And rather than acknowledge
Yes!
that, they reframed it. Rocky launch. Still
course.
standing, still confident. As if the ground beneath them hasn't completely shifted. Then we get to the paragraph that made me stop reading and just stare at my screen for a moment. It's unclear if the development team has had to break their backs to do this.
The reason why groups like IGN participate in the character destruction and the media destruction for something like Crimson Desert is because Crimson Desert doesn't represent what they want video games to push a message about. It doesn't have, you know, like fucking Western critical themes against authoritarianism. It doesn't have, you know, different types of representation, whether it's of women, whether it's of, you know, gay people or black people or something like that. And I think that's the reason why they rate these games down. And I think that fundamentally, what does it come down to? What really is that? It's racism. It is. It's cultural racism, where these people want to create a reward structure around following their cultural norms and basically adhering to them. So every single China game, every you know, Korea game, and to a lesser extent every Japanese game is graded on this harsh curve of adhering to Western cultural values. And they're not even really Western cultural values. They are extreme Western values from a small subset of people that want to force that culture into everything else.
Think about what you
Think
have
about
to
the
believe.
amount of games that are coming out of China and Korea especially that get shit on constantly by these developers, or sorry, by these reviewers. I think that they do it almost every single time.
Believe about yourself to write that sentence. Pearl Abyss, a studio whose stock crashed partly because of a review substantially written about things they then fixed in 3 days,
Yes.
came back, listened, worked, and turned the entire conversation around in under a week.
Exactly.
And the
Remember
response
what they
is
did
to
to
wonder,
Wukong? Yes.
in
They
print,
did the same thing to Black Myth Wukong. They did the same thing to Wu Chang. They did the same thing to Stellar Blade. They did that to a lesser extent to Lost Ark as well. They've done this to like every game. Like every popular Eastern game that comes out, they always want to frame it around the fact that these Eastern games aren't looking at their social issues in the right way. Where Wins Me, that's another good example. You're right. Yeah, they do it constantly. It's a very common
whether they
thing.
had to work hard to do it. That's not me. That's a power move dressed up as a throwaway clause.
They're trying to. They're trying.
It's the kind
to
of sentence that
make it
lets
look
you
bad.
condescend to someone while
Exactly.
maintaining complete plausible deniability about having done it.
Well, you're poisoning the well, right? You're implying that them making like basically. Okay, so they're wrong for not having it, and they're also wrong for fixing it fast because that could make people have to work too hard, which is like total fan fiction. They're inventing this themselves.
Then, assuming that's true, it would also mean that Pearl Abyss didn't see the glaring issues in Crimson Desert's design.
Yeah.
Be that a result of poor internal testing, naive designers, or simply not seeing the wood for the trees. Naive designers. What
trouble here.
technical background? What engineering
Not
expertise?
seeing the wood from the trees is the same type of like that to me. That is theater kid vocabulary and like diction. Like that is what a theater kid talks like. Where they think that they're speaking like you're writing like an essay for like AP English or something.
What game development experience sits behind the confidence required to call the people who built this naive?
Yeah.
The answer, as far as anyone can establish, is a media degree.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the foundation.
That's what matters.
Something happens in the middle of this article
Dead.
that I think is the most revealing moment of the whole
I
piece.
can't beat this guy.
After walking through the patches and grudgingly acknowledging that they worked, fast travel improved, storage box